Well, Merry Christmas and welcome to the Mouse and Men, where we explore the grown-up side of Disney. Hey, my family's been sick. Trying to work around Christmas schedules has been hectic. So I'm going solo with this. Here's what's going on. I am just going to run down some of the things that I am watching this Christmas on Disney Plus. I'm sipping some hot apple cider out of a new Mickey and Minnie mug that my sister-in-law and brother-in-law gave me. Love it. And it's just helping me get in the Christmas spirit. So let's jump into this week's episode of The Mouse and Men. So let's start with some of my must-watch movies. I'm going to start with the one that I've probably watched 4 or 5 times, mainly because I'm trying to indoctrinate my 2-year-old son into some of these movies. That is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. It was a classic from the time that it was released. It was something that we I can't remember if we owned it, but we watched it anytime it came on TV, and certainly rented it whenever we could, even when it wasn't Christmas. I love the Muppet Christmas Carol. I love Mickey's Christmas Carol. I love the story in general. Those are some that I've got to watch every year as well. I've also, I think I watched this on Netflix before Disney Plus was out. Prep and Landing. It's short, like, I don't know, 10, 15, sometimes 20-minute segments, but they've got several different shorts, and they're fun. They're a lot of fun. So I've gotten into the Prep and Landing as well. Pluto's Christmas Tree, throwing it way back. I don't know that this is the first time that Chip and Dale were in a cartoon, but it's one of their early appearances. But Pluto's Christmas Tree is great. Home Alone, the first one. The second one's pretty good too. The third one, forget about. There's a Home Alone 4 and a Home Alone the Holiday Heist. Had no idea that those existed. And now there's a brand new Disney Plus original, Home Sweet Home Alone. I think we started that one, but just kind of in the background. I did not pay attention to it at all. But the original Home Alone, it's got to be there every Christmas. I watched for the first time this year a Muppet Christmas Letters to Santa. I really enjoyed that one. The Muppets, I don't know if it's just they've got some great writers or what, but everything the Muppets do, I really enjoy. Is it may not always be the best. I know some people have some issues with some of the later Muppet stuff, but I love it all. So I've yet to see a Muppet thing that I was just like, you know what, I'm not sure I want to watch that again, at least movie wise. But Letters to Santa, check it out if you haven't already. Some that we watched for the first time last year, Godmothered, Noel, I'll Be Home for Christmas with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Those were okay. Not necessarily gonna watch them every year, but if we're needing a Christmas movie and we're kind of out of, we don't want to watch one of our staples, one of those we may throw into the mix. I watched One Magic Christmas. I think this came out in the early 80s. That was pretty good. It kind of in the same vein as A Christmas Carol or It's a Wonderful Life. It's in that vein of, what would Christmas look like if something happened or something didn't happen. So One Magic Christmas, it's worth watching at least once. Give it a shot. Just get you in the Christmas spirit. While you were sleeping, this is one for my wife. She has to watch every year, so she's very excited to see it on Disney Plus. Um, she's a huge Sandra Bullock fan, as am I. She's great in that. Um, A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey, um, pretty good. Had to turn it off. My 2-year-old didn't like when in that one. Really, he doesn't like in any of them. When they get to the when Scrooge gets home and knocks on the or is unlocking the door, and the door knocker turns into Jacob Marley. He's not a fan of that. But um, in the Christmas Carol version with Jim Carrey, he especially didn't like it. He just looked at me and said, "No, no," meaning it was time to change to something else. I just watched, kind of as I was eating dinner and prepping my son's dinner. Christmas Again. This is a new one on Disney Plus. Um, a bit of Groundhog Day with Christmas, similar kind of thing, um, but very interesting. I'll probably watch this again just to, when I can sit down and watch it, but not necessarily. I don't know that it's going to be a staple. It's not a Santa Claus or Home Alone, but pretty good. Um, then there's some things that I think if you got a little more time this holiday season, maybe if you're traveling, you need something to watch on a plane ride or while you're riding shotgun in the car, um, or you know if you're visiting family, and this happens to me all the time. They all go to bed early, and me being more of a night owl, okay, now what do? I turn on my phone or my iPad and start watching something. Three things that I'd suggest. One, we talked about a couple weeks ago: Get Back with the Beatles. If you've got a long car ride, this is great. You've got over 6 hours of content on the Beatles. Is it Christmas related? No. But it's some fantastic viewing. So check that out. Also, I've watched Will Smith's Welcome to Earth. Holy cow, that is fantastic. Will Smith, pushing himself to the limits of his fear. It Just go check it out. You'll see some cool stuff about this planet on which we live, and through the eyes of Will Smith, who is seeing all this stuff for the first time with experts guiding him along the way. It's really fun. It's got me wanting to go on some adventures, even if it's just hiking the woods outside of Nashville. It's got me wanting to get outside. So check that out. And then The Magic Maker. I just saw this as well. A magician helps ordinary people create really special moments for the people they love. Go watch it. It'll just give you all the feels for this holiday season. And I don't know where this went on my list, but I got to end with Hawkeye. At this point, I am waiting for the season finale. I've seen everything up to it. I love it. I'm seeing kind of a trend. WandaVision was, kind of really messed with your mind. And then The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, more kind of an action-packed, more of a blockbuster type, Marvel type of movie. Then you've got Loki dealing with the all the different timelines, and again kind of messing with your mind with all this time jumping stuff. And then you've got Hawkeye, which is back to more of the action packed blockbuster type series. Five episodes have been released. We're waiting on the season finale in episode 6. Really exciting. Several storylines kind of coming together. So again, that's something, and it takes place at Christmas. I'm not sure if this falls into the Die Hard camp of a movie that happens at Christmas time, or if you could call this a holiday uh just series. It's not really a movie. Me, I'm okay with Die Hard being a Christmas movie. Is it really that big of a deal? No. So Hawkeye is a Christmas series. Go enjoy that as well. Um, Lots of stuff to watch on Disney Plus, lots of stuff to watch on other streaming services too. But being a Disney podcast, want to point out some stuff that maybe you haven't heard about, like One Magic Christmas, like The Magic Maker, um, Godmothered, Noel. Those aren't bad is either. Go check them out at least once. Well, what's to lose? Like an hour and a half or so, it'll be all right. It all gets you in the Christmas spirit. It will all be worth it. So go check those out. Let me know what you love on Disney Plus at this holiday season. Is it one of these? Did I miss something? Maybe I missed your favorite movie. Let me know on social media at The Mouse and Men. And until next time, I just want to remind you, you don't want to grow up too fast, but you got to keep exploring.